Hello and welcome back to my program, which is dedicated to box sets, my box set and limited edition of DVDs that I have in my collection. Right, continuing on. Right, next up is the Shriek Show edition of Lucio Fulci's Zombie Flesh Eaters. Yeah, if you're a Fulci fan like me, you do not need me to tell you how fantastic this film really is. I do hope that it is never gonna get remade ever, because this is such a classic movie. I don't need to tell you that it's about this reporter who teams up with this woman whose father's boat is adrift into Hudson Bay. They go from New York to an island called Matul, and they meet up with the creepy doctor called Maynard, who has woken up dead, and they're going around this tropical island eating up people in gruesome ways. I'm pretty sure there are some nice score sequences hanging around YouTube of gore sequences in this film, nicely done by the guy that later went on to do the gore effects of Haute Tension, aka Switchblade Romance. Okay, next up. Oh fucking hell, it's been battered, so that'll knock the collectability off this one. Sam Raimi's sequel to The Evil Dead, titled Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. This is the limited edition. Quite hard to come by. In this one on this edition you get an audio commentary with writer-director Sam Raimi, star Bruce Campbell, and co-writer Scott Spiegel, who went on to, by the way, direct the film Intruder. This is quite entertaining, not as good as the very first Evil Dead, and not as gory either. Right, next up, the limited edition released by Anchor Bay again, Hellraiser. With this, in this version you also get the uncut version of Hellraiser 2. I think that is still cut in the UK, I think. And Hellraiser 1 is uncut in the UK after being cut for many years. Right, okay. Right then, let's get to this stuff behind it. Okay, Revenge for Bullying, Straw Dogs. Dustin Hoffman plays this guy that's arrived with his American wife to a village, to a Cornish village, and when they arrive there they start getting harassed and bullied. Very violent, brutal film. was banned in the UK for many years, and now you can get it uncut in the UK now. Next up, the limited edition Darkness, the vampire version. Yeah, I've already gone through this in the previous video, but let me tell you, this edition also has the original cut of the movie on it, which has the original titles that appeared on the Screen Edge edition or UK edition of the movie when it was released years ago in the UK. Okay. Right, next up is the 2-disc, the 3-disc edition of Suspiria. If you love Dario Argento, I take it you've seen this. Quite a classic movie, quite a bizarre, weird movie as well. This edition is widescreen. You get a trailer on it, TV spots, radio spots, music video, poster and still gallery. Also on disc 2 you get a documentary with interviews of the cast, and the 3rd disc is CD of the soundtrack by the Goblins. Okay. Next up is another Anchor Bay limited tin edition. Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Yeah, this is also known as The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, which was banned in the UK under that title. Lots of nice gore sequences in it, and good use of the scenery of Lake District where it was filmed and directed by George Guru, but I think I've already gone into that really. Okay, next up is Necromantic 2. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest. But it does have a nice decapitation sequence at the end, which is also on the internet somewhere, on www.gorypreviews.net. That is some gory previews for you. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna open this one. I'll tell you why, because it's a limited edition and I've already seen the film. If you want to see what's inside this, I suggest you do a search on YouTube on Dark Angel, and do a channel search on Dark Angel, and because he will show you what's inside this Book of the Dead edition, but I'm not prepared to to be opening this. Okay, Dust Devil limited edition again, and this is a stunning 5-disc edition, already deleted. Again, I am not prepared to open this for obvious reasons, but I can tell you that you get some short films on this, directed by Richard Stanley, who directed this, and also Hardware, and also, as if I remember correctly, there's a nice exploding head on this film. Okay, all off fitting bars, chain reaction. Right. Once upon a long ago, there were clips from this film on YouTube, but the user who uploaded the clips here, he got kicked off YouTube for some reason, I don't know why. But again, this is a limited edition, 6,000, and only 6,000 of these in the country. But the only complaint I get of this is a German language only print of this, and the English language is cut very heavily. I don't know why they've not released out an uncut version, because this is quite a stunning film, and so is Olaf Ittenbach's other stuff. Okay, a nice little German DVD for you. Another edition of Tenebrae under its alternative title in Unsane. This is quite hard to find as well. Right, this has already been opened, so let's take a look. This is released in Germany under the VAT of yeah, I think it's, yep, 2 discs. Yeah, but nice little DVD, but you'll be pushed to find it. I'm sure there are some copies of it on eBay. Hi, Mutation 2. A German, it's made in Germany, sequel to Timo Rose's original Mutation. It's under the title K7B. I've not seen the first Mutation, but this one, what can I say about this? But absolutely, totally shite. The only reason why I've got this is that it's a limited edition. the gore effects are clearly done via computer, so they're not really gore effects at all. And the film is absolutely and utterly tedious, slow moving. And the only reason why I bothered keeping this, because again it's a limited edition. Okay, that's right. I must show off this Phantasm limited edition Spear. I've not opened this for obvious reasons. It's a nice packaging, and who knows, it might be a collector's item in years to come. Okay, right, okay. Right, the Saw Trilogy. Three twisted little films. In Saw 2 there's a scene in it where somebody gets chucked into a pit of needles, and also in Saw 3 there's a scene that sticks in your mind where somebody's body gets totally twisted round. Ooh, really twisted films. It's ironic that it has to be produced by a company called Twisted Pictures. Okay. The notorious video nasty Anthropophagus the Beast comes with an Italian soundtrack and also the English soundtrack. Yes, we do get English subtitles with the Italian soundtrack, which is pretty good, yeah, if you ever want to learn Italian. Okay. I am the director's cut of Battle Royale. Fantastic film, really good film. That, yeah, it was the highest grossing movie in Japan, so I believe, I do believe that for a time it was banned in Germany, and also this hasn't been released in the US for some reason or other. Can't imagine it being banned in the US, even though there are rumours about it being banned in America. And Battle Royale 2. Yeah, again, very good movie. What happens in this? The two survivors of the first Battle Royale, they are still pissed off about being forced to kill all their friends. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's about these friends that are forced, about out of control school pupils that are forced to kill each other, and they nuke, and in this one they nuke Tokyo for revenge of doing this, and they're now on the run as suspected terrorists, and some out of control kids are sent to go and seek them out and kill them. Now this is somewhat worth getting, the box of Band 2. On this box of Band you get Dario Argento's Tenebrae, the other video nest is Contamination. That's quite a fun film to watch. The exploding bodies and stuff, really fun, but it's rated 15 now for some reason. And also the trashy Don't Go Near the Park. Now, Don't Go Near the Park is an absolutely dreadful movie. Really, really dreadful. I'm not kidding. It's out here after being banned for a number of years, uncut. And also The Witch Who Came From the Sea is out uncut. Quite a bizarre movie. Evil Speak is also out uncut, and that's an excellent film. Some disemboweling and exploding heads in it, and the documentary Bam Mercedes video. Quite an interesting documentary. Right, Neil Marshall's The Descent, who also was responsible for Dog Soldiers, British. Six girls go to the US. 6 British girls go to the US to go potholing. Quite a claustrophobic film. Also a lot of nice gore sequences. The ending is downbeat. I won't spoil it for you. Okay. And next up is all 3 versions of George Romero's original 1978 Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you what a classic film it is. On this, you get the original theatrical uncut version, also the Argento version of it, and also the director's cut of it. Yeah, and also there's the usual round of commentary tracks on it. And also I've also had this autographed by Ken Forey at Dead by Dawn in 2005. Okay, next up is Dario Argento's Italian TV series, Door into Darkness. Now this is quite hard to find DVD. This one's got English subtitles. You'll be pushed to find a copy of it these days. But this has got quite a very good selection of short giallos in it. Yeah, quite a good TV series from 1971, I believe, and well, they're about that time. Next up is the original Japanese first two films, The Grudge. Very, very scary films. You get the English on the soundtrack. You get the English dubbed. You get a trailer gallery on this. Also alternative ending, making of. Yeah. Go for the original. Go for these. As opposed to the US remakes of these. Although the US remakes have some scary scenes in it, this one's a lot better. Now this one's an insane one, Itchy the Killer. Quite heavily cut in the UK. It's done by the same guy who did the Audition. Quite a lot of nice gore sequences in it. Somebody gets split in half, and also some girl gets her foot cut off and she's hopping round with one foot. Okay, right. Next up are the scary movies, the films. Quite a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Takes a piss out of recent horror films and stuff, and also quite a few of them take the piss out of The Exorcist. Yeah, worth watching. Okay, next up is The Silence of the Lambs. I don't suppose you need me to tell you what a classic film this is. Yeah, quite an intense film. Yeah, had me on the edge of a seat when Hannibal escapes from his place. Yeah, and then he won't spoil it for you anyway. Okay, next up is the Trilogy of the Dead. Yeah, on this you get the first three of the Dead trilogies. Yeah, which are all very good. Also on the fourth disc you get Documentary of the Dead, but sadly on this one Dawn of the Dead is cut. Okay, I've also had it autographed by Ken Forey, who's a star of this. Okay, I think that's my tape rolling out, but anyway, I think I've covered just about everything. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Okay, let me